one of the names that it got thrown out to me also was Trayvon Diggs of the Cowboys. I mean,
there you go.
Talk about 2 years ago, 11 interceptions, right? Last year, only 3. And it depends what metrics you're using. I mean, one stat service said he gave up over 1,000 yards. Another stat service said he gave up 760. So, it depends who you're looking at. I mean, Diggs admitted that he needs to be more disciplined and more, stay in his game, only do what he can do. But kind of the point you made, Aaron, in terms of the Ravens secondary, check out these opponents. I mean, Diggs is going to see the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, the Eagles, even the Giants. It's not. It'll be interesting to see if Trayvon Diggs can get back to form. He didn't have a terrible year, but those interceptions dropped dramatically.
What about some corners on the flip side that you want no part of when it comes to like props? Overs if you're matched up. We know Sauce Gardner already is the best number 1 coverage in PFF, but some of the other cornerbacks that might surprise people where they land. You realize number 2 is already Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos. Number 2 coverage grade. He's way up there. When he's healthy, he's awesome. The problem is health. Jair Alexander of the Packers. Like when he's out there, it's just a matter of him actually being on the field on a consistent basis. Stephon Gilmore, we were talking about the Cowboys, how Diggs wasn't all that good, but Gilmore is terrific. And people scoffed at Patrick Peterson, that addition by Pittsburgh, and thinking that he's been around forever. Coverage grade, he's in the top 10 in the NFL. And I kind of laughed at the Ramsey thing too, J-Rod, but, Ramsey graded very high last season. One game I do like, guys. The Atlanta Braves are red hot. I'm not going against teams on these winning streaks. That's me. I felt like yesterday Ed poo-pooed it a little bit. Same thing with Dream, the numbers guys. They're not going to worry about it too much. But, I'm not going against these teams that are red hot. I'm not going against the Reds, but their number is crazy today. Seriously, Cincinnati's a minus 250 favorite. That's how far we've come. Okay. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I can't be betting on that one. But Atlanta is a dog to Philly. I know the Phillies are playing well right now, but Atlanta plus 100. They've won 7 straight games, and they're facing Nola. And you've got Ronald Acuna. Great history against Nola. Let's see. He's got an OPS of nearly 1,300 against him. Same thing with Austin Riley. OPS of over 1,200 with a few homers against him. Michael Harris, not as much of a sample size, but he has a good history against him. Braves as a dog, like I'm going to sign up for that in most chances. And I guess the Phillies are getting some respect because they're playing well and because Nola's on the bump. But I'm fine going against that. I'll take Atlanta.
I'm with you. And the Braves have some guy named A.J. Smith-Shawver pitching tonight. So I think mostly it's because of, Mr. 2 initials and 2 last names. I think mainly that's why people are against the Braves. But no, that money line at even money plus 100, yes, sir, sign me up.
Well, let me ask you this: with this move and all the steam on Brandon Miller going number 2, is there now value on Scoot at 2? Because after it flips, and again, you look at the mocks, it's split down the middle. 50% have Miller at 2. Now, maybe when everybody has their updated mock, they submit their final one to get those hits for the final 24 hours before the draft, that a lot of them are going to be on Miller, but maybe the value is now Henderson as the bigger dog. You're finding Brandon Miller minus 400, minus 475. Has that much really changed?
That's a great point. I'm seeing plus 250 for Scoot, and it's like, I think you bet Miller to go 2 at what, plus 170? So it's like, why not just take a shot at Scoot going 2, and you've got some value there. I mean, crazy things happen in drafts. That's what's so fun about it, J-Rod.
Yeah, and going back to the Thompsons, what about Ozer as a top 5 pick? You can get that at plus money. And then you look, okay, who would be the 5th pick? Well, that would be the Pistons. Could they use a 6'7" guard forward guy with some skills? Yeah, that maybe you go to the Thompsons back to back. Amin at 4 and Ozer at 5. That to me, that's what jumped out at me, that Ozer is plus money as a top 5 pick. I know Cam Whitmore's in there as well, as the favorite to be to be number 5, but Ozer could be an opportunity there. I've seen it somewhere, plus 175.
Welcome back to BetQL Daily, presented by BetMGM. Happy Hump Day. Joe Ostrowski's favorite day of the week.
That was always happening right there.
Perfect.
And we're off the board.
If you plan that out, I commend you, because that was better than some of the stuff that Ed plans.
Guy's not even here to defend himself and getting ricochet shots.
That's notoriously what we do.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Oh, crud.
Easy, getting
today.
friendly fired here.
Don't worry, we only say nice things about you, J-Rod, when you're not here. This is just one team I'm definitely staying away from, and I need to see more, and maybe you'll get a better number on them if they do get off to a bad start, Joe. You're laughing again.
I'm not laughing at anything. I'm a happy person. Okay, I did see Nick Chubb's name and I laughed. All right, I did see that Nick Chubb.
Well, I love to see a full Chubb back there too. Hopefully they run that back.
Please, how come the social media team doesn't take some of these clips? Why not? I need those people looking for the Titanic. I need Aaron hoping that there's a full Chubb back there. Yeah. Come on, social media team, wake up! Come on. I know it's the summer, but let's get going here. Why is there a plus 375 and plus 600 difference between Cleveland and Pittsburgh? Why is Cleveland plus 375 and Pittsburgh plus 600? It wouldn't surprise me if the Browns have a worse record than the Steelers once again. Now, it's all on Watson. We saw 6 games at the end of the season, and what was he? The worst version of Deshaun Watson we've ever seen. 58% complete, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 79 quarterback rating, 38 QBR. These are all career worst, and it's not even close. Is that him? Is that going to be the guy that we're going to see moving forward in Cleveland, or is it going to be a different guy? It's certainly a fair question. I don't have a ton of faith that he's ever going to be the QB that he was at Clemson and with the Houston Texans. I really don't. And yeah, Elijah Moore is a nice addition at receiver, but I don't look at that group and saying, okay, they're going to lift Deshaun Watson up. It's still going to be about the offensive line and that run game for the Browns. Let's not forget they also lost Clowney on that defense. Now, they made some other additions here. Dalvin Tomlinson, defensive tackle, and who else did they add? Zadarius Smith, he's there now, put some pressure on the opposing quarterback, but this entire situation, I'm not a fan of the Browns. It's fade them or do nothing with Cleveland as far as I'm concerned.